Anything to do with the dark arts should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I understand. You needn't tell me if you don't want to.
If I were you, I'd be begging for more details.
It's not that I'm not interested, and you can certainly trust me if you want to tell me anything.
Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous, he was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Fight like the Englishman you are. What do you say, Mr. 5000?
Hello, Adelaide. I received your owl.
Thank you for coming. You see, my uncle Rowland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Rowland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Rowland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Rowland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Rowland, what have you got yourself into?
Past the river.
Let's get this over with, shall we?
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force?
You haven't had mushrooms? What have we here? Another human? Such arrogance. Stupid to come here. I've been fighting since before you were born. Never seen anything. I refuse to be not quite.
Find out what happened here. Revelio. Mr. Oakes's trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio.
Betting on be it upon your heads when our expectations take flight like feathers. Be it upon your conscience. Pray.
Nobody will miss one measly little student.
Revelio.
What? Last time I was in Lower Oxfield, I sacrificed potions. Left the shelves bare, I did. All flavour of which is to be had with the dark arts. Well, he wasn't looking to snatched it. His own fault.
Revelio.
Perhaps I shall scout around Felcroft for something to poach. Seems we may have an intruder in our midst.
Patrol for what?
What was that?
Your poaching days are over. Revelio. Revelio. These rocks have seen better days. Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark. Revelio.
I didn't always like a polite battle. We'll reclaim. I know I heard something that...
What do we have here?
Rowland's weapon.
Trouble's brewing, and I'm without my friends. Revelio.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea. Wait, someone... Over here!
I may have more luck higher up in the keep. Revelio. A ladder. That's what I need. What went on here? This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me.
Ready to fight!
What will we find in here? Revelio.
It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
Hello? Why, it's a grapple and you are.
What was that? We're close to a breakthrough. I can feel it.
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Levioso. You only have Ranrock to blame. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Quiet. Too quiet.
A human's word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the metal we were promised. No witch or wizard will be spared. Huh? Who is it?
What does it tell us? A boiler door. How to open it?
Reminds me, wait, I know you're here somewhere.
Is something enjoying suffering, do you? Fortunate end for you. I feel as though you're not even trying. No, that's embarrassing, isn't it?
Incendio.
Death. What?
Revelio. Confringo. I wonder if Adelaide's uncle could be down there.
What's going on out there? I won't rest. Dead.
Revelio. Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes's wand. Where could it be? Revelio. Revelio.
One of the best. Someone there. Seems everything's fine. How long for a bacon and mushroom stew?
One way or another, we'll get what we're owed.
Take them all. Run the other way when they see me humans do. Every time.
only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind.
Tell us.
Someone there? I could fall dead asleep on my feet, I could.
What was that? Feel as though I'm not alone.
How nice of you. Have yourself. Such arrogance. Was that your best?
You are terrible now, man. Surely you can see that. I shall avenge your death.
Ranrock has fooled you all to your demise. Revelio. This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
my last hope. Please.
If you could just find my wand, I'm sure I'd be able to thwart... You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. How did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizard kind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.